Hello, I am JoEllen and I'm back today for day 2 of 12 Days of Christmas, the beauty tips and tricks. So today we are going to be going over an everyday eyeshadow look. Now, how many times do we get kind of like stuck in that rut and you just don't know what to do with your eyeshadow? You've done the rest of your hair, your makeup and all that, and then your eyeshadow, you're just like, I don't know, just slap some color on and call it good. Well, I'm just going to show you an easy technique that you can do every day, a good color palette that you can do every day, and just make your life a little bit easier, a little bit more beautiful, okay? So I'm going to tell you a couple tricks that I do when I do my eyeshadow. I always start with an eyeshadow primer. Now, I have really oily skin, and so my eyelids too are extra oily. So by the end of the day, if I don't have an eyeshadow primer on, I get creases in on my skin, and my makeup starts kind of melting off of my eyelids. So it's really important that you put an eyeshadow primer on. It will help your makeup last and work all day. So you just need a tiny bit, and then just dab it on my finger like this, and apply it with my index fingers. Make sure it's nice and rubbed in. A little bit goes a long way, and it's just such a great thing to start your makeup off right. Now, the other thing I do is my eyelids are they have a little bit different colors in them, like some purples and blues, some browns. And so if I want to have a true color of the eyeshadow that I'm putting on my eyelid, I like to use my foundation color and just put the foundation color a little bit on my eyelid to make it have a nice base, if that makes sense. So if I put eyeshadow on this blue and purpley color, then my eyeshadow is not going to turn out the right color that I want it to, that is showing up in my palette. So if I put like the same stuff I would put on my face, if I just put on my eyelid, then that pigment will be true to color. So I just use my my brush, and I put some foundation color on my eyelid so that I have a nice base to start off with. Now, there are some eyeshadow colors that are better with eye colors that will help complement your eye color. Really, any woman can wear any eyeshadow color. There's no rule against a person that has blue eyes wearing purple eyeshadow or anything like that. But there are some colors that will definitely complement and bring out your eyes in a different way. But one of the color palettes that look great on a lot of women are browns. So I'm going to be using a brown color palette because it looks great no matter what color eye color you have, no matter what like skin coloring you have. Brown is just a basic skin eyeshadow palette that just looks good on everyone. So I personally like to use 3 or 4 colors for my everyday look. So today I'm going to be showing you a look with, I'll do 3 colors first, and then I'll add a 4th color in if you want to have a little bit of a different look. So I'm starting with a nice eyeshadow brush. It really, really makes a big difference when you have a nice eyeshadow brush. You should not be using like those little foam applicators that come in your eyeshadow palette, because those just don't give the nice effect of the dimension and application that you want. Having a nice eyeshadow brush really makes a big difference. So I'm going to start off by using this kind of light, very light kind of taupey color, and I'll put it all over my eyelid. Now you have your eye bone right up here, but then you have like a socket. So I'm going to focus my first color all below, like underneath that socket. So like this half moon shape right here. That's where I'm applying all of this very neutral eye color. It's very subtle. It's just going to be a nice start to your eyeshadow. Just gives you a little bit of color. Too dramatic. See, I'm just going right in that socket. You see, my brush fits really nicely in there. Just fitting it nice into my eyelid. Okay, so now I have my base color down and applied. Now I'm going to go with a little bit darker shade, another little darker shade of brown, and I'm going to use a little fluffier end of my brush, and this I'm going to apply, and then I'm going to follow that same socket crease right here, and I'm going to windshield wipe my brush in that area. This will add a nice dimension to your look. It's not necessarily adding a whole lot of like va-va-voom color, but it's adding a little bit of dimension. See that? You can apply more if you want to. It's best to like go in steps. Apply a little bit of color, and then if you feel like you need more, apply more. Because sometimes when you apply too much, it's a little bit harder to take off. It's a lot easier to keep adding. So I'm going right in my crease, back and forth, windshield wiper motion. And now I have a little bit of hooded eyes. Like when I close when my eyes are open, you can't really see a lot of my eyelid. So I'm also kind of focusing the color. I bring it up a little bit above my crease so that when I open my eye, you can see a little bit of that color. See a little bit more of it. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Follow that crease. And the more that you swipe your brush, you're blending more because you don't want to have these stark lines. You want your eyes to be as blended and as natural as possible, kind of like melt your colors together. So that's why I'm just kind of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just blending it and making it look nice and even. Okay, so I've done two colors. Now I'm going to take my darkest color right here. So at this point, you could be done. If you just want to do two eyeshadow colors, you can be done, right? It's like a nice, simple look. But if you want to keep doing a little bit more, this is another advanced technique that you can use just to add a little bit more dimension and a little bit more oomph to your look. So I'm going to use a darker brown color, and I'm going to apply it to the corners of my eye. So I'm going to do like a V shape. I'm drawing a V in the corner of my eye, a little bit on the bottom lash, and then out, and then up into my crease, and then we're going to blend it. So like I said, I'm just doing it. I did a little bit of color, and I can always go back and add more as I need to. See, I'm just doing it a little bit at a time. I'm just kind of stippling it in to put it into place. And then we can go back and blend it nicely. See, I'm adding, see, you can already see a little bit of a more dimension in that corner. And the nice thing is you can use these colors, these simple brown colors, in so many different ways. You can apply it just a little bit to get a very, very soft look, or you can apply a lot more and get a little bit more dramatic look with the same exact colors. And don't worry if you kind of feel like you go out of line a little bit. We'll clean it up at the end. Okay, so now I'm going to turn my brush around and kind of blend it out, fluff it out, marry those colors so they're nice and blended. See, I added a little bit of, a little bit more. And I'm bringing it above my crease a little bit, like I said, because my eyes are a little bit more hooded, and so I want to have that color pop and see it when my eyes are open. Okay, I'm going to blend it out, the fluffy part. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just adding that V into the corner of my eye, little by little, and blending it out. And you'll notice maybe sometimes one, you feel more comfortable applying it on one eye than the other. I kind of feel like my left eye always gets applied a little bit better. It's almost like I love that eye a little bit more. It's just because of right-handed. You just get better with practice. Okay, so now I have my eyes done, and the last part is I want to add a little bit of a brightening color, a little bit of highlight color onto my the outer parts of my eye. So I want to focus underneath my brows, on the inner corner of my eye, and maybe even underneath if you want to. So I'm just going to apply it right underneath my brow to kind of make my brows pop a little bit more. And this is a very light shimmer. So you don't look like a sparkly mess, but then it also just adds a little bit of glow. And do the same on the inner corner of your eye to kind of give that a little bit of a shine too. And if you want to, you can do it underneath your eye. Do the same on the other side. And inner corner. See, it just gives that nice little pop right there. And underneath. Now here's a great trick for you. So now I kind of look at my face and I kind of have a little bit of fall off from my eyeshadow, or I don't feel like it's the right kind of boundaries. So I just take a simple sponge, wedge sponge, and I take it and swipe it up. So then I clean up any of that fall off that I have, and then also I clean up that line. So now I have a nice straight line. So now my eyes are cleaned up. They look nice. This is a great everyday look by just using 4 colors. And like you can use this palette, but then use it in so many different ways. You can just do the 2 lighter colors if you wanted to, or darker colors, or 3 or 4, whatever you want. But just using a good makeup brush and a few colors, using these techniques, you can give a little bit of extra oomph to your eyes and feel a little bit more complete and finished off and ready for the day. So I hope that was easy for you to understand. I hope that you understood it well and that you can apply these techniques in your everyday makeup look. So if you have any questions, again, yeah, I'll be happy to answer them. And let me know if I can do anything to help. So have a great day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with another beauty tip and trick.